Today we're going to talk about exam, job, future events, and do a little Q&A. That's coming up right after the new intro. Hello YouTube, I am KevinTheDane, and today I have a few announcements. First off, sorry that I have been gone these past few weeks. In the end, the exam required all my attention, but fortunately it have paid off. I passed the exam with an A+ and a GPA equivalent of 4.0. So let me tell you about the exam. The assignment was to prototype a virtual reality app and render out a few VR images from 3D Studio Max and figure out a way to navigate between the images. So I created this app that you see here and implemented a kind of teleportation feature. So you tap the touchpad and the teleportation globes appear, then you click one and the next image is loaded. Pretty simple and pretty straightforward. So the bulk of my time was spent designing the apartment, lighting and furnishing. And boy, would I have wished that I had made a smaller apartment when I got around to the furnishing part. Luckily I had access to a pretty large library of models, but unluckily I had to convert them from Corona to VRay to use them. The panorama view that you see here in the background is from Aarhus, Denmark. It's from the harbor area where they are building a ton of new apartment building these days. If you'd like to try out the online web version of the exam project, I have put a link in the description below, and you will navigate it by mouse as I do here. I will release a version for both GearVR and Google Cardboard sometime later this year. Apart from the main assignment, there was also a smaller assignment where you get 3 times 8 hours to solve a given problem. You need to recreate an object or an environment based on a provided sketch, and then you need to make a day and night lighting scenario and render at least 2 animated camera movements. Since I felt that the concept looked a little Japanese, I went with it and I made it into a Tokyo penthouse bedroom. So after I passed my exam and we partied for a while, I went back to Aalborg to continue my work at Dimension Design. And yesterday I also got my new contract, so now I'll be in charge of all the technical stuff at the firm, anything from creating our in-house scripts and tools to managing our pipeline and model libraries. And we really have a lot of work to do right now, but I will do my very best to keep up with the YouTube channel. In other and perhaps more exciting news, I will be going to both the THU in Vienna and the Trojan Horse in Portugal this year. So if you are going to any of these events, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to meet up with some of you guys down there. THU is an architectural visualization conference in Vienna. It runs the 25th and the 26th of August with a lot of great talks and the CG Architect Award ceremony. Trojan Horse Was a Unicorn, or THU for short, is an artist convention in beautiful Troia, Portugal. It's an entire week from the 18th to the 25th of September, and a lot of cool people will attend, like Scott Ross from Digital Domain, or Chris Nichols, who you might know from the CG Garage podcast, or Jeff Model from CG Architect, just to name a few. So that's gonna be awesome. It's my first time at both events, so I am super excited. And again, please let me know in the comments if I am gonna see you there. And speaking of comments, I have been getting a lot of comments regarding the Oculus 360 Photos app for GearVR. It seems that Oculus have changed some algorithms in their new app, and now the cube images are mirrored when viewed in the app. So I've asked around and I have got it on pretty good authority that Carmack have promised that they will fix it. In the meantime, Orbx media player from Otoy will do the job of displaying your cube images. Or you can download and install the old version of Photos 360 if you please. Just be sure to uninstall the new version first and turn off auto updates. I have links for both solutions in the description below. I've also received a few questions about file types. I always use JPEGs, but I just did a quick test and both apps will support PNG files as well. A quick note here, when I looked at my spherical images in the Orbx app, the eyes were reversed. So to fix this, I added _BT at the end of my file name, and this tells Orbx to load the images with a bottom-top order instead, and then the images were displayed correctly. If you need a break from making VR images and you want to shoot some aliens instead, then go sign up for my Galactic Gundam newsletter and I will send you a free beta key for my game once it moves into beta testing. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tweet, whatever floats your boat, and cut!